for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Left side, there's Schwartz with it. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw again. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Dolphins bring out an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what?
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Grant Dolphin. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And the Browns are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Cade Otton from 3 yards out. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, and he could not pull it in. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Touchdown, Browns! David Montgomery, from 6 yards away.
And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the national.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, a run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 15 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament. You don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. To about the 40-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, there had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity?
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Dolphin. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cade Otton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
David Montgomery
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On On the carry, it's Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 101 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Montgomery saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
From the 44, Lance. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Gay is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Whenever I